A lot of people have been messaging me to make a video on Mafia 2 Extended Edition, so here we are. So what is Mafia 2 Extended Edition? Well, Mafia 2 Extended Edition is an unreleased mod for Mafia 2 2010 that attempts to restore cut content back to the game. Yes, the mod isn't even out yet, but there seems to be a lot of hype surrounding it. According to the mod page description, the mod will restore all known content from regular textures to cut mechanics and missions. Release date uncertain. Mafia 2 Extended Edition is a fan-made Russian mod that attempts to restore Mafia 2 cut content back to the game. The mod team is composed of 13 to 15 people, and it is currently in progress. I recently spoke to the lead developer for Mafia 2 Extended Edition, and he told me that it will be released sometime in 2023. It was originally supposed to release this summer in 2022, but it's been delayed till next year. The lead developer also told me that they hired the original Russian voice actors for the game. So for you non-Russians watching this video expecting this mod to be in English, well, you're out of luck because there will be no English dub. The mod will only be in Russian dub. It's already expensive as is hiring all the Russian voice actors for the game, and hiring English voice actors will be double the cost. The most biggest Mafia 2 mod as of today that restores beta content is the Friends for Life mod by Mr. Sergi 1940. This massive mod was made by one single individual, Mafia 2 modding expert Zahar 999, also known as Mr. Sergi 1940. Even though this mod restores a lot of cut content for Mafia 2, it is not an accurate beta mod because the author adds his own changes and twists. For example, the Friends for Life epilogue mod restores the removed Wheels on Fire mission from Gamescom 2009, but for some reason Mr. Sergi 1940 swapped out Steve for this random NPC, which doesn't make sense to me. So what's the difference between Friends for Life and Mafia 2 Extended Edition? Well, for starters, Friends for Life currently exists, and Mafia 2 Extended Edition does not exist. Mafia 2 Extended Edition won't exist for another year. That is, if it doesn't get delayed further. So far, the Mafia 2 Extended Edition team have done an excellent job at promoting their unreleased mod. They keep telling everyone that Mafia 2 Extended Edition will restore everything removed from Mafia 2. Now, this is a pretty bold statement and should be a major red flag for Mafia 2 fans. Telling Mafia Game fans that you will quote-unquote restore everything is an impossible task. This is a promise that will never be fulfilled. The reason why I say it is an impossible task to restore everything that was cut from Mafia 2 is because some stuff literally cannot be restored because it will require modifying the game XE, which currently there are no tools present. Currently there exists a Mafia modding tool called Mafia Toolkit, which does a lot in terms of modding Mafia 2, Mafia 3, and Mafia Definitive Edition, but even that has limitations. Making a tool that reverses Mafia Game files from scratch like Mafia Toolkit is no easy feat, but Mafia 2 Extended Edition is claiming that doesn't matter because they will magically restore everything out of thin air. But like I previously stated, some Mafia 2 beta content cannot be restored without engine changes. Mafia 2 Extended Edition's lead developer told me that the main tool they are using to create Mafia 2 Extended Edition is Mafia Toolkit. However, the creator of Mafia Toolkit, Grievousy, and Mafia Toolkit server administrator Kamzik123 told me that it is impossible to restore some removed features from Mafia 2 given the limitations of Mafia Toolkit. This is not to discredit Mafia Toolkit. Without Mafia Toolkit, a majority of Mafia mods would cease to exist. Mafia Toolkit's team is just being honest by saying that some beta features are impossible to restore and require official tools for Mafia 2's development that Mafia Game fans cannot reverse on their own. The next problem with restoring everything for Mafia 2 is that no one knows the original script for Mafia 2 except for Daniel Vavra. How can you restore everything without knowing what everything is? 12 years later, Daniel Vavra still continues to not share his original script for Mafia 2 to the public. He just tells everyone that his original version was awesome, but it's too bad because you'll never know what it was. This is most likely because he signed a non-disclosure agreement with 2K Games, and if he reveals his original script to the public, then it's possible that 2K Games will sue him because the rights belong to 2K Games and Take-Two. Telling Mafia 2 fans that you will restore everything removed from Mafia 2 is simply setting yourself up for failure. You simply cannot restore everything, and that is a fact. There are just too many variables involved that even Mafia 2 veterans like myself don't even know. There are features and functions removed from Mafia 2 that require modding tools that simply do not exist. As a result, there are a lot of gaps and holes throughout Mafia 2 that can only be filled with fan fiction, and last time I checked, fan fiction is not beta content. Another thing that I need to address is just because something was in beta or pre-alpha stages does not mean it was automatically better than the final result. Take a look at this early screenshot of Mafia 2. Look how much stuff there is on the HUD. I am glad that the game did not turn out like this. And later in Mafia 2 development, the HUD was on the top left. Then later moved to the top right. Both of these don't look good in my opinion. Mafia 2 Extended Edition changed their HUD to the top right, and in my opinion that looks quite ugly. I prefer the final version. And we don't even know if the top right, top left is beta. No one knows that except the developers of Mafia 2. And Vito's beta version or pre-alpha version or whatever version this is does not look good in my opinion. I am happy with the Vito that we got in the final game. Another problem with so-called beta content for Mafia 2 is that much of it is made up in pure fan fiction. Only the Mafia 2 game developers know what was considered beta or not. It's been over 12 years since Mafia 2 released, and I'm pretty sure most developers have forgotten everything. The problem with Mafia 2 Extended Edition is that they keep claiming to have beta content that you and I have never seen, but when asked for receipts and proof, they provide zero sources and just say, "Trust me bro, this is beta content." Mafia 2 Extended Edition's team said that they will release their sources after the mod releases.
My source is that I made it the fuck up.
I spoke to the lead developer of Mafia 2 Extended Edition and he answered some questions I asked them. Question 1. How many people are working on Mafia 2 Extended Edition? Answer. There are 13 to 15 people. Question 2. When does Mafia 2 Extended Edition release? It releases summer 2022, right? Answer. It will now release 2023. We don't want something like Cyberpunk, you know. We want to fix bugs before release. Question 3. I heard you hired the voice actor for Russian Vito Scaletta. Can you tell me more? Answer. We hired all Russian voice actors from the original game. Question 4. Will it be in Russian dub only? Answer. We want to do an English dub, but we don't have money for English actors, so yes, it will be in Russian dub. Question 5. What new features will you add? Answer. We will add new chapters to the Winter 1940 section of the game, melee weapons and story, and the story will be extended. Question 6. You use Mafia Toolkit for Mafia 2 Extended Edition, right? Answer. Of course. It is the main program we use. We use versions 2.13 and 2.24. I then asked permission from Fogpuck and Vito180 whether I can use their videos for this video, and they said yes I can. The first video I want to showcase of Mafia 2 Extended Edition is the trailer itself. This was uploaded on November 3rd, 2021.
Нужно вернуться домой и закончить начатое.
Alright, we have Russian Vito Scaletta saying something. "23 seconds in, for some reason there's a car on the subway tracks. As far as I'm concerned, this is not cut content." And 28 seconds in, yes, this is cut content. We can see someone unlocking the safe full of gas stamps from Chapter 3 Enemy of the State. According to the text default SDS file, there was originally an option to ask Salvatore for help. This is most likely the same Salvatore from the original Mafia game. And 30 seconds in, yes, this is cut content. This is the parking garage mission that was cut from the main game, but reused later on in Joe's Adventures DLC. This mission was also added in Mr. Sergi's epilogue add-on for Friends for Life. 34 seconds in, this is the Mafia 2 demo end cutscene, but in the wintertime. This is from Chapter 5, The Buzzsaw, where the police stop Vito, Joe, and Henry. As far as I'm concerned, this is not beta content. This cutscene was just for demo purposes. Just like how in the demo the mission takes place in the summer, but in the final game it takes place in the winter.
Jesus, you drive like my fucking grandmother.
Vito, just fucking drive. Take it for once.
Vehicle immediately, or we will open fire.
Take it easy, will you, Henry? Relax, it's under control.
I got a hole in my leg the size of a fucking golf ball, and you're telling me to relax?
You're gonna have a hole in your head pretty soon if we don't get out of this. Vito, do
Fuck
something
the cops!
here.
Get me to a doctor now!
This cutscene in the final game would make zero sense. Henry is injured, and you have to make your way to El Greco, the doctor. There's a police barricade in front of you and 3 police cars behind you. The only options you have is to either surrender to the police or drive forward off the bridge.
Hey, Vito, step on it. Henry's sweating like a whore in church back here.
That would make me drive faster. You start a zig.
Keep that shit up and Henry's a dead man.
Vito!
Jesus, are you fucking nuts? Careful! Come on, Vito. At this rate, we get there fast if we walk.
It seems Mafia 2 Extended Edition is confusing the demo for the final game. The demo was just for demo purposes. This cutscene is not canon or beta content. "43 seconds in, yes, this is cut content. This is the removed Wheels on Fire mission, which was reused in Joe's Adventures DLC. It's also available in Mr. Sergi's Epilogue add-on mod for Friends for Life. 44 seconds in, this is a recreation of an early screenshot.
Something we did for Mafia 2 that a lot of games don't do is that we brought all the actors together and we did 5 or 6 guys at a time on an ADR stage actually playing off one another.
I don't know how the hell you can make an entire mission out of one screenshot. Like I said, Mafia 2 Extended Edition does not know the original script for Mafia 2's story or its side missions, so whatever mission they come up with will be fan fiction and not beta content. 47 seconds in, yes, this is cut content. We have Vito shooting out the passenger car window. This was a removed feature from Mafia 2. 48 seconds in, yes, this is cut content. We have the removed Kill Vinci mission. This was ultimately reused for the final mission of Jimmy's Vendetta DLC. 51 seconds in, yes, this is cut content. We have M Hotel. This was a removed mission where Vito and Joe got into a duel, and Joe would most likely die, similar to Sam from the original Mafia game. But because we don't have the original script for Mafia 2, all of this Russian dialogue that they're going to make is going to be fan fiction. 54 seconds in, we have Vito in the subway with Antonio Balsamo. You can enter the area in Joe's Adventures DLC, this subway area, but it makes no sense for Vito to be with Antonio Balsamo. 56 seconds in, we have Vito using a baseball bat. Again, this is nothing new. We've seen it in the Friends for Life mod, which introduces melee weapons.
Mafia 2. Extended Edition. В 2022 году. Конец близок. Пришло время выбирать.
So to sum it up, most of everything you've seen in this video is nothing new. However, there are some new additions: Salvatore unlocking the safe in Chapter 3, the removed parking garage mission, Wheels on Fire mission, shooting out passenger window, killing Don Vinci mission, and the Hotel M mission are the only confirmed cut content materials from what I've gathered from this trailer. Everything else you see is fan fiction and not confirmed.
My source is that I made it the fuck up.
Now, the second video that I will be addressing is Mafia 2 Extended Edition Real Estate video. As you know from my Mafia 2 cut content video, originally in Mafia 2 you could buy houses, but this feature was cut from the game. The original audio files for purchasing these homes are still left over in the game files. Now, what you are seeing right now is a recreation of the interior of Richard Beck Realty. In the final game, there is no inside interior for Richard Beck Realty. Now, I just want to make something clear. Mafia 2 Extended Edition did not create this interior. Camzik123 created this interior by examining the cutscenes of Mafia 2 very carefully, and everything you see inside here he modeled and created. And the script for purchasing homes and other scripts involved were created by Peppa Kopanik. Camzik and Peppa Kopanik just gave this to Mafia 2 Extended Edition because they felt it was a waste not doing anything with this interior. But I have to say, this is pretty well done by Camzik123 and Peppa Kopanik. They did an excellent job at restoring this removed feature.
Отличная квартира. Сам бы там жил. Удачи вам с новым домом.
Now, the third video that I will be addressing is Mafia 2 Extended Edition Subway. Now, if you are an OG subscriber to this channel, then you would know that the subway system was cut from Mafia 2. The subway station can still be accessible in Joe's Adventures DLC, but there's no functional trains that you see come and go. Now, what you're seeing right now is pretty awesome. You can see a subway train arrive and depart. We don't see Vito Scaletta ride the train because this is heavily scripted, but still, it's pretty awesome to see a functional subway train in Mafia 2. This video was uploaded on July 2nd, 2021. However, 6 years ago, on July 3rd, 2016, a very similar video was uploaded by Mr. Sergi1940. In conclusion, Mafia 2 Extended Edition seems like a fascinating project. I would just like them to stop saying that they will restore everything from Mafia 2 because that's an impossible task. The mod doesn't even exist, it releases in 2023. Number 2, the mod is in Russian dub and I don't even speak or understand Russian. Number 3, the mod is fan fiction and not an accurate beta mod because no one knows what is considered beta or not, including myself. No one has seen the original script of Mafia 2 besides Daniel Vavra and Mafia 2 Mobile's lead designer. Number 4, it is literally impossible to restore all removed features from Mafia 2 because there are no modding tools advanced enough. Mafia Toolkit is a tool created by fans for reversing Mafia Game files, but we need advanced tools from 2K Games in order to restore many of the removed features and animations. People like Mafia 2 Extended Edition need to stop living in the past and stop pursuing the impossible dream of restoring Mafia 2 to its earlier stages, because it's impossible. I don't even like the earlier versions of Mafia 2. I'm happy with the final version we got. Even if it's missing content, I'm happy with it. It's my favorite game of the series. Instead of looking in the past, people need to look forward and ask, how can I improve Mafia 2? Some examples of mine to improve Mafia 2 would be to make the NPCs in Mafia 2 more diverse.
Bruh.
Joe's Adventures DLC added many new NPCs to the game, and it would be cool to see them in the main game. Another idea to improve Mafia 2 is to add the SWAT team as another police level. The SWAT team enemies are introduced in Joe's Adventures DLC in the supermarket, and they look pretty cool. Another idea to improve Mafia 2 is to expand the Mafia 2 game app and create a countryside. That would be pretty cool. People need to stop trying to recreate so-called beta mods for Mafia 2 because no one knows what is considered a beta except for the developers. And most of the stuff that people say is beta is fake news, like Vito having a girlfriend. There's zero indications in the Mafia 2 game files that say Vito ever had a girlfriend. It mentions a woman named Monique, but there's no indication she was ever Vito's girlfriend. She was just one of the many passengers Vito could drop off in side missions. She could be anyone, from a neighbor to an old high school friend to his mom's friend. It could be anyone. There are many more instances in the Mafia game community where someone will make something up and people will start thinking that was beta content and removed from the game. This video was not to discredit Mafia 2 Extended Edition, but to help bring more clarity to the Mafia game community. I'm not gonna lie, I was one of those people in the past. I used to think that barbershops were a removed feature for Mafia 2, but there is zero indication in the game files of a barbershop feature for Mafia 2 in which Vito could change his hairstyle. Because there is a lot of misinformation surrounding the supposed cut content and removed features from Mafia 2, we need to start providing sources, or else it's fake. That's got to be the new rule. Sources or it's fake.
My source is that I made it the fuck up.
Lake Park seemed dark, silvery moon is shining through the trees. Cast to me you, sound of kisses floating on the breeze. Act 1.